So, what are some of the behavioral and social habits of ours that might going to change our life? That might bring big impact by freeing us from the thoughts of loneliness, depression, or whatever. So this is what I want to cover in this video by way of sharing my personal experience which has happened to me and how I have taken that. And by the way, this is Banu from Banu Stuff blog, and I am here to back with the third series of video out of the series of lectures for how to overcome loneliness. So coming to the actual discussion on what happened with me. So that was during my college days when I just entered I was in my 17s. It was I used to be very social with people and used to share things including personal with friends casually like anyone does. So there was one guy who used to sit next to me, my friend. So I happened to share something with him, and what happened one day when we were sitting for a study tutorial together along with other friends, and he just randomly opened up, and he humorously told the thing that has happened to me with others in a humorous way, making people laugh and making people bursting out of laugh. The other people also started laughing and making fun of me. This incident actually surprised me. Like, I wasn't expecting this guy to tell something which is related to me, that too in a humorous manner, and how the other peoples are reacting for that small thing. This has actually surprised and also shocked me. So I felt how see, this wasn't expected from friends, right? So I felt bad about that. So that was one lesson what I learned at the age of 17. And that day I decided not to share everything with people. And so what I started doing is, from the very next day I started trying to be to optimize my interaction with everyone. Like, it's not like ignoring, it's not just like ignoring, but sharing only few things which are very crucial or required, or which are not sharing things that are not at all necessary to share, or not getting involved in a personal conversation which might go toward offend or harm me. Okay, so what happened slowly, apart from that, I started focusing more on my goals. I had a goal, I had a vision. I wanted to clear those exams properly with high scores, which was part of my life ambition. And so I put efforts, and I focused more towards that, and I kind of didn't bother much about other stuff happening around me. Instead of feeling lone, or instead of taking it as a depression state. So what happened, things with the time, with a few times, my rank started rising the ladder. Apart from that, I could observe a huge change of behavioral changes within my friends. Like, they surprised me actually by not getting, but not disturbing me too much. They gave me space to do my thing, to go ahead with my study, and neither was there people gave some kind of special attention or special treatment for me. Like, whenever I comes, it feel like someone special has come, not humorously but seriously. This has happened. So this again gave me kind of motivation, and I started focusing more towards my goals of studying. And as I raised the ladder of success, and I mean the results were coming out good, and things turned completely entirely different. And now I was like someone special in the class, in the whole class. And people, when they only discuss good things with me, and things which really doesn't bother me a lot, something like that. So their interaction with me had actually changed, because how I had interacted with them, or how I had treated them. So that's I would say a big thanks. I should say big thanks to my motivation, my my seriousness towards my goals, my ambition, my aim, and my habit of not taking serious, not getting bothered by this other humors happening around me. So I had to thank that. So let's say, had I overreacted for their action, had I shouted at them, had I told them, had I ignored them, so probably I would have missed a lot of friends. Probably I would have felt bad. Probably I wouldn't have concentrated good at my studies or at my job, and probably I would have stayed alone. So that's a fact, because that's what it would happen. So what I learned is, like, it's better not to overreact. It's better not to shout. It's not better not to ignore people, because after all they are friends. People are friends. As it's like someone must have told humorously, or just as treating us as very close friends, but that doesn't mean that they are completely ignoring us. It could be casual, it could be a friendly, it could be or any other things. So it's us to it depends on us to how we are reacting to that. So like I had taken that, I didn't get bothered, but instead focused on my personal goals, which has actually helped me, like you have seen. So this is one way how I felt is very good towards freeing from this depressive state or a lonely state. So I would say those friends, the other friend, all the friends who were there that day are still my best friends. One of the good friends, they are still in contact with me. We do discuss things. We do have calls often. So all thanks to the way I had taken that day. So that's how things are. Now if you see my life now, how I am at my office, or at my when I was studying again for higher studies. So I interact, I roam with everyone, all the people. I have coffee with people, I chat with people freely. I greet them, they greet me, they feel happy of my presence. I stay in all the groups, not just one specific group. I stay in all the groups, and the other people know, there is any differentiation or something. So but one thing that I usually do is, I don't get too much involved. Like I don't see, like I don't interact too much and share too much of my personal things with everyone, or even the best friend, only to a limit. So this actually has helped me. This has been helping me to maintain a balance, to maintain good relation, good friendship, good personal attachment with people. So I have plenty of friends who are still in contact, just because I'm maintaining a balance with people. I am not too much interactive, I'm not too focused. So to be specific, I have some habits which had actually helped me, like some of them I have already mentioned. I will explain more, which is keeping me a very good interactive person with everyone, though I am not good at interactive. As you can see, I am not even able to speak, because basically I am a bookworm. I used to read and write things. That's the only thing I know, but I don't know much about interaction. But still, I'm good. I'm making so many friends wherever I go. So that's probably because of the habits that I am taking up, that I am going to share with you. So first thing is, like I already mentioned, I or anyone should actually limit the interaction. Like there is a stage, there is a limit where to the extent where we have to interact with people. The interaction should not be too much deep into, or too much personal things, and we should not able to say everything about ourselves to others. So let us save some secrets within ourselves. Let us save something within ourselves, because we have a person within ourselves who can listen to our own personal feelings. So we can we can discuss that with this person instead of telling to outside person, because this person knows better, and this person can understand better about ourselves than any person, including our parents. So better have some privacy for yourself, better limit your discussion with people, and but make sure that you are always there to help. If there is someone who needs help, or if you feel that they would be needing help, just go out, reach out, say, hey, do you need help? Yes, I am there. I am there anyway. Call me, ping me. If there is anything, I am there. So give this confidence to people. This will make you a better ideal person, a good friend to them, good relation to them, instead of a general normal friend or person who are there just to do some time pass. So remember this: limit your interaction with people, but you are always there to help. And most important thing is, I often give time for myself. Not just often, I give everyday time for myself. This is very important. Even if you try, this might turn good, because I usually see, when I give time for myself, I get plenty of opportunity, time to think what to do, how to act, how to react, how to behave, what went wrong that day, what could I have done better, so much thing. So what I usually do is, I go for a walk every day for around 2 or 3 kilometers, which is around 20 to 25 minutes of time. So during that time, I make the most crucial decisions, which I wouldn't have done the whole day. That those decisions include how to plan for the next day, what to do the next day, how to do, let's say, for example, the videos I am making here. The decision for making these videos came out while I was walking this morning. So like that. So these important decisions come out when I am alone, and when I give space for myself, when I feel that I should discuss with myself. So this is very important. So if you have this habit of sharing things with yourself, you will feel wonderful. You can do a lot of things. You can explore new skills of yours which has been hidden until now. So this is really good. You should try this. You should explore this option. And let's say, if I am walking, if I going out, spending time for myself, and there are no decisions to be taken for that day, or the decision has been done. So what I would do? So I usually kind of observe people, like, let's say, the vegetable sellers, or even the laborers. So what happens is, if you observe these people closely, how they are working hard for just, let's say, bucks of rupees, which we get very easily. So this kind of gives us motivation to work more, because this kind of tells us that our problems, the problems of how we feel, are actually not the real problems. There are plenty of problems out there, people facing to fill their stomach, right? For even people are not getting food for a single day, for a single meal, in a day. So that is the real problem, actually. There are plenty of farmers who have been suiciding every day, every minute, every hour. Okay, these are the kind of real problems. If you go deep and think on this, these are the problems. What is my problem? My problem is nothing in front of them. So I should feel happy. I should not feel bothered. I should feel happy. I should take my things seriously, and I should aim to do something, because that is what, as a human, we need to have some purpose in life. What is that purpose? That we need to figure out. I have a purpose. I found that my life can be more meaningful if I go help someone, like do something for good, help someone, or not harm anyone, at least to the minimalistic. Don't harm anyone. That is a minimalistic thing that I could do. So these things, if you see me, if you ask me, I have written books, I have distributed it for free. I am running a blog for design. So all these activities, these are all ways of exploring myself and finding purpose for my life. So if you tend to do these kind of activities, you will never feel alone, you will never feel depressed, because you are engaged, you are actively involved in something which is giving satisfaction and meaning to your life. If you find satisfaction of what you are doing, then nothing is going to beat you. So find satisfaction. That's what my suggestion to you. Find satisfaction by finding purpose for your life. Do something rather than seeing your problem as big. Your problem is not going to be big. Being alone is not a big problem, like I have already mentioned in my first video. So being problem is not a problem. So you are going to overcome this by some activities, and you are going to find the purpose for your life. Done? Good. And yeah, in this process what happens is, if you find satisfaction and if you find the purpose, you'll feel good about yourself. Like I find good about myself, I find myself good. Like when I help someone and someone comes, hey Banu, thank you, I have secured score because of you, I passed this exam because of you. It means a lot to me, because I don't even need a food for that day. I can sleep happily that day. So feel good about yourself. So make yourself good, feel yourself good, and say okay, why this is important. Let me tell. If say someone outsider comes and say, hey dude, you are good for nothing, you are waste, what you have done is wrong, okay, what are you doing, you are good for nothing, something like that. So obviously what happens, human mentality tendency is to feel bad, but if you have this habit of appreciating yourself, liking yourself of what you have done, if you know about your own plus and minus, then whatever those people outsiders are coming and saying won't affect you, because obviously you know about your limit, you know about your positives. How the hell the other person knows? They know only limit, they know limit about you, right? I mean only restricted amount of your skills, right? They are like off part, right? Ignorant people, like they don't know much about you. So you know about yourself. So someone coming from outside and telling or pointing at you should not harm you, because you already have seen yourself, you already have seen how good you are, how genuine, responsible you are. So think about that, the qualities within you, the qualities that made you feel happy in the past, that made your family, your friends feel you happy. So if you keep reiterating during all the times, then whoever comes, let them speak, let them tell, and ignore you, it will never affect you, because you are already in a good state, your mind is already stable. So be in that position. So that will be one thing. And if some foolish guy like outsider comes and say, just smile, inside you just smile and just think ignorant, let them go. So just ignore him. So those are all some of the habits that I usually tend to practice, which has been helping me, keeping me strong, free from depression, regardless of any kind of state. I was jobless for so many years, I was alone for so many years, I am still staying alone, but I think I never felt depressive, because I kept engaged with something. I have this set of habits that I have mentioned, which has been helping me, which will also help in the future. So the first mantra is, don't be too close or don't be too far. Limit your interaction, but be with everyone, help everyone, okay? No too much closeness, no too much far. All are equal, all are friends, you are there for them, and you don't need anyone's much interaction, because you are there for yourself. Your internal conscience is there for you, and he or she is listening to, and they are there watching you, keeping you, and interacting with you. You can interact with them, that's fine. So don't interact too much, and be friend with everyone, and don't expect much from people. Too much expectation is always bad, because this, especially in relations, we expect too much. We expect our friends not to comment at us, we expect friends to give good compliment at us, but if that doesn't turn, things might not go good. So let's not have an expectation, let's be casual, okay? And especially if you are in groups, try to avoid being in a particular group. Go ahead and involve in all the groups, mix with all the people, be friendly with everyone, but don't be friendly only with a specific set of people. There are some disadvantages of this specific thing, which I will try to cover in the next video, because this video is already running, time is going out, and so I will try to cover in the next video. And the major thing is realize about yourself, appreciate yourself, and make sure appreciate you, make sure that you whatever you are doing are satisfactory to your heart, or satisfactory to our inner consciousness, and who has been a good friend to you until now. And whatever you have to share with self first. Listen to your heart, whatever it is saying, and bother less about how people are taking at you, but aim towards your goal, your property. And staying alone or being depressed, this kind of attitude is not going to harm you in any way if you have this tendency, if you have this mindset. So this is going to help you a lot. I'm telling you guys, start liking yourself, and explore your new skills, explore your new thoughts, go ahead and help people. That's what I wanted to share today. So this part of a video series I'm going, again, I don't want you to like or subscribe or share this video. I'm not interested in that. I will be just happy if you find any of these tips helpful to you. That would be enough for me. So stay happy. We'll cover the actual topic of how to overcome depression and loneliness in the coming videos. This is part of the video series for your information. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.